Jason Hughes, a former military officer from Earth, found himself in the most dangerous prison in the galaxy, the Dark Colony. This was not a normal prison. It was hidden deep inside a desolate asteroid, housing criminals from all over the galaxy. No human had ever been sent here until now. Jason had been wrongly accused of a crime during a mission to protect an alien leader. Now he had to survive in a place where every creature saw him as prey. When Jason stepped into the cold, dark prison, the alien prisoners stared at him with a mix of curiosity and disdain. His only companion was his military training and strong will. His cellmate was a large, insect-like alien named Thrak, who didn't seem happy to share his space. Jason knew that survival would depend on learning the rules of this brutal place, but he wasn't sure if he would make it through his first night. On his second day, Jason was approached by a gang of alien prisoners, all with sharp claws and cruel eyes. Their leader, a muscular, red-skinned alien named Gore, laughed at Jason. "A human? You don't belong here. We'll show you how things work." The gang surrounded Jason, ready to attack. But Jason stood tall and refused to back down. As they threw their first punch, Jason dodged and used his military skills to fight back. He was quick, but the aliens were strong. After a brutal fight, Jason was left bruised but still standing. Gore was furious, but impressed. "You've got fight in you, human. But this is just the beginning." Jason knew that he had gained a bit of respect, but also many enemies. As the days passed, Jason learned more about the prison's power dynamics. Thrak, his cellmate, became less hostile and started sharing information. "The gangs here are dangerous, but there's one group you should fear the most: the Scarans. They control everything in the Dark Colony. If you challenge them, you won't survive." Jason realized he needed allies. He formed a small group with prisoners who didn't belong to any gang creatures who, like him, were just trying to survive. Together, they helped each other stay safe. But Jason knew that sooner or later, he would have to face the Scarans. One night, Jason and his allies were ambushed by the Scarans. Their leader, a tall, thin alien named Score, had heard about Jason and saw him as a threat. "You think you can survive here, human? This is our territory." A fierce battle broke out. Jason fought with everything he had, using his speed and strategy to counter the Scarans' overwhelming strength. One by one, Jason's allies were taken down, leaving him to face Score alone. Score was fast and brutal, but Jason had one thing the Scaran didn't: human resilience. After a long fight, Jason finally knocked Score to the ground. The other Scarans hesitated, shocked that their leader had been defeated by a human. After Jason's hard-fought victory, the atmosphere within the prison shifted dramatically. The once dominant Scarans, who had ruled the facility with absolute power and fear, no longer held the same control over the inmates. Their authority, once unquestioned, began to wane as others saw that they were not invincible. In the midst of this change, Jason had managed to earn something far more valuable than just survival. He had earned a place of respect among the prisoners. No longer seen as an easy target or a weak outsider, Jason's name was now associated with strength and resilience. Even Thrak, Jason's cellmate who had initially treated him with suspicion and disdain, began to view him in a new light. Thrak now regarded Jason with a surprising mix of admiration and respect, something rarely shown in the brutal environment of the prison. He was genuinely surprised by how much Jason had accomplished in such a short time. Jason had proven not only to Thrak, but to the entire prison population that humans were not to be underestimated, and that they could stand toe-to-toe with even the most feared alien species. Though the Dark Colony was still a dangerous place, Jason had found a way to survive and even thrive. He knew the battle wasn't over, But now he had allies, respect, and the strength to face whatever came next. For the first time since his arrival, Jason felt a spark of hope in the darkness. The Dark Colony would never be the same again.